Before we dive into the actual concept, let me give you a quick introduction. Prompt engineering is a powerful skill that involves crafting effective instructions or prompts for AI models like ChatGPT, Grok.com, etc. so they generate responses that align with your goals. Prompt is nothing but think of prompts as questions or instructions you give to an AI model. The clearer you are, the better the response you'll get. In this video, we'll be discussing 6 core strategies for writing better prompts, strategies that are practical, easy to apply. Each of these strategies is backed by specific tactics that will help you implement them more effectively. Let's dive into the first strategy. First one we have is write clear instructions. This strategy covers 40% of the prompt engineering. We have multiple tactics. First tactics is include details in your query to get more relevant answers. The more context, background, or specifics you provide in your prompt, the better the model can tailor its response to your exact need. If your question is vague or general, the model has to guess, and it might guess wrong. Let's understand through a quick example. First we'll search who is the great president of all time. But this prompt may not be specific of what we want, so adding some more information to our prompt will give you exactly what you want. As you can see, this detailed prompt will give you more specific results compared to other short and unspecific prompts. So, being specific while writing prompts is the key point. The next tactics we have is, ask the model to adopt a persona. So what does it mean? Well, adopting a persona means you are telling AI to pretend to be someone like doctor, trainer, teacher, etc. Let's understand with an example. Here we are asking AI model to pretend like a painter. Along with it we are giving a detailed scenario. Here we are asking AI model to pretend like a painter. Along with it we are giving a detailed scenario. As a result of which, we got a very beautiful painting that we exactly wrote in the prompt. There are multiple ways how you can assign persona in your prompts. You can use any of the following in order to make your AI model act like a particular personality. Let's move further and have a look at the third tactics. The third tactics we have is, use the delimiters to clearly indicate distinct parts of the input. Delimiters are nothing but it can be of labels, triple quotes, triple backticks, etc. which can be used in our prompt to make it clear and readable. As you can see in this example, after using delimiters perfectly the AI is giving very specific output. The next tactics is, specify the steps required to complete a task. This tactics is helpful when you want the model to do a complex or multi-step task. Don't just give the task, instead, guide the model by breaking it down into clear, logical steps that it should follow. For example, here we have a complex task of writing a blog post. We have divided this task into multiple steps, as a result of which the output we will get is more precise and specific. This tactics is similar to the third strategy, which is, split complex tasks into simpler subtasks. The fifth tactics we have is provide examples. This tactics may be helpful especially in solving reasoning type questions. Let's understand this with a simple example. Here we are trying to translate a sentence. First we have given an example to the AI, followed by which we have asked one question. As a result, it is providing us the answer without adding anything extra. This was just a simple example, but this technique can be used in solving various complex tasks. Moving on to the last tactics of very first strategy, which is specifying the desired length of the output. As you may already know, whenever we write prompts to ask AI models, it generally gives output in details. So specifying the desired length is always the right option. Out of the 6 strategies, we've already discussed the first one along with its tactics. Now, let's move on to the second strategy, which is called provide reference text. As you might know, AI models are trained on massive datasets, including books, websites, and various online sources. So when you ask them a question, they rely on this pre-trained knowledge to generate an answer. However, here's the catch. Sometimes, the response may not be accurate or relevant to your specific context, especially if you are working with custom material, internal documents, or niche topics. That's where this strategy comes in. You can ask AI models to give output based on your provided material. For the demonstration of this strategy, we'll be using NotebookLM, a tool by Google that allows you to upload documents, share website links, and even add YouTube videos as sources. It's perfect for working with reference-based prompting. Let's head over to NotebookLM and see how this strategy works in action. We will paste some reference text in NotebookLM. First, let's try it by simply adding some reference text. You can see now the model will only consider the provided text as its reference. Thus, the output generated is perfectly well structured as we wanted. The best part of using NotebookLM is that it provides extra features using which we can generate audio podcast, mind maps, video overview, and reports. Let's use each of them. As you can see, how well-structured mind map it has generated for the reference text we have provided. We can also generate audio podcast using NotebookLM.
Welcome to the deep dive. We take a whole stack of sources and research and basically pull out the most important insights for you. Today we're diving into what...
Similarly, you can generate video overview to understand the concepts even more easily and effectively.
Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're talking about something we all use every single day, water. And look, trying to save it can feel like this huge, overwhelming task, right? Well, what if I told you that a few tiny changes, right in your own home, could make a massive, and I mean massive, difference? Let's get into it.
We also have a feature to generate reports using NotebookLM. As we have already learned the third strategy previously in this video, let's switch to the fourth strategy, which is give the model time to think. Well, this strategy is the another big one. It includes various tactics like chain of thoughts, pausing before asking for reasoning, and spreading complex tasks over multiple turns. Now, let me share some powerful trigger phrases that help guide the AI to think step by step, which is also a technique known as chain of thought prompting. Following are the most commonly used phrases. Using these can lead to more accurate and structured responses, especially for complex tasks like problem-solving, coding, or decision-making. Try them out and see the improvement for yourself. Now let's proceed and see one example showing how we can actually use this strategy effectively. We have written a prompt for the AI model to solve a riddle, followed by which we are asking the AI tool to think step by step and also explain the reasoning first before answering. Are you able to guess the riddle? Comment below. As per the instructions, you can see how ChatGPT has given us complete explanation of the riddle line by line. Our answer is keyboard. Well done. Moving on to the fifth strategy, use external tools, which actually describes the limitation of AI tools. However, AI tools are improving day by day, but still it lacks expertise, so trust using other tools for different purpose like calculator for calculation, your web browser for research, etc. Similarly, moving forward toward the last strategy, but before that let me share you 3 important concepts. First is tone, which refers to the emotional feel or attitude expressed in the output. Examples of tone are formal, friendly, serious, funny, motivational, etc. Let's see one example how to implement this in prompt. In this example, to maintain a professional tone, we are asking ChatGPT to write a thank you message in professional tone. After tone we have style. Style is about the format, structure and expression of the content. Example of styles can be poetic, casual, technical, academic, etc. Similar to the previous example of tone, to implement style simple we need to specify it in our prompt. Then we have temperature. Temperature is a technical setting that controls how creative versus predictable the model's responses are. You can set the temperature value from 0 to 1.0. Well, on setting it to 0, it will be very focused, deterministic and factual. If 0.5, the output will be balanced between creativity and accuracy. And on 1.0 then, creative, varied, and possibly more imaginative. Let's implement it. You can read each quote and you will notice as the temperature increases, the creativity of the quote improves massively. You can see the level of difference between temperature 1 and 0. Coming to the last strategy, which tells us to continuously test and notice the changes in the output we received. Prompting again and experimenting with different parts of the prompt will improve the level of output generated by the AI model. This was all in this video. Hope I was able to explain you different strategy of prompt engineering effectively. If so, do like this video, subscribe to this channel and also share with your friends. Do comment your suggestions. I create videos mostly on prompt engineering and web development. This channel needs your support. Also join my Discord server with link in the description. See you in the next video. Bye.